Welcome to VFA. Today's video focuses on the African-American artist James Denmark, who was raised in a family of Southern artists in segregated Winter Haven, Florida during the 1930s and 40s. He was a self-taught artist from an early age, as his entire family were artists in some fashion. His grandmother was an adept quilter and wire sculptor. His grandfather was a noted bricklayer who incorporated unique designs within his work, and his mother had an astute aesthetic for detail in interior design. He achieved his BFA while attending the Florida Agriculture and Mechanical University in Tallahassee, where he met the esteemed art historian Samela Lewis. She exposed him to many prominent black artists, as Lewis became the first African American to convene the National Conference of African American Artists at the university in 1953. Denmark then moved to New York City, attending Pratt Institute of Fine Art, achieving a master's degree of fine art. During this period, he studied under Jacob Lawrence, who had a profound influence on his work, and introduced him to Romare Bearden, who in time turned out to be his biggest influence. After Pratt, Denmark went under a stylistic transition, experimenting in collage, which he then continued for the next 50 years. This improvisational medium enabled him to trust his intuitive flow in developing his unique, identifiable style. Denmark's use of women throughout his work speaks of his respect of elevating the beauty of black womanhood, along with his repeating themes of love and family. His compositions are everlasting and universal, using handmade papers, fabrics, various objects, all with an eclectic sense of design within each element. Denmark has had over 60 one-man exhibitions, and his level of acclaim is reflected by his work represented in such collections as the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston, the Brooklyn Museum, the San Francisco Museum of Art, and the High Museum in Atlanta. Following in Romare Bearden's footsteps, Denmark is the only other African-American collagist that accomplished such a high level of acclaim. We believe the importance of Denmark's work has yet to be recognized to its fullest extent. The history of African American art has been overlooked for so long, and it's time for an extensive rediscovery. The many artists that were students and colleagues who exhibited alongside these important teachers who have been currently recognized need a much closer examination, much like the women from the New York School of Abstract Expressionism. Once again, thank you for watching, and stay tuned as we will continue to have interesting ideas and subjects coming soon.